Dude, there's a very, very good vibe in the air today. As I say, good afternoon, all you groovy people out there, you Polymac Particle community. Thank you for showing up on a Friday. Very happy to be here. Creative Tony and I we're just exchanging our good vibes before the show. It's a tight show today. We're doing a tight 16 out. So, Tony, without further delay, let me tell you about
rules. There ain't no rules.
I need that more than you're giving it to me, but I'll take my daily allotment of Creator Face. The rules are there ain't no rules. The only rule I got right now is we're going right into Longbridge Pizza to get this show started because we're going to pack a lot of action into this 1 hour show today. So Longbridge Pizza, 2347 3rd Street, Dogpatch, San Francisco. We talk about them a lot. They're our great friends, our great partners, our first sponsor. And as we get ready to launch into what I'll call, Tony, the Todd Shell episode, shout out to Raider great Todd Shell. And that makes sense today because we're going to bring in our friends from the Last Dive Bar who fly the Oakland flag very proudly. And Tony and I are aligned like spiritually. We stand with Oakland, man. So are you giving me a timeout, T?
I am.
Oh.
I just record scratched the air horn. You said Raider Todd Shell. We got to say Niner Todd Shell. But you were about to say Oakland. You were talking about Oakland, and because we're excited about our guest today, Brian from the Last Dive Bar, as we celebrate the fact that the Braves that there's no Battle of the Bay this weekend. It's just Giants A's. It's Sacramento. It's the Battle of Interstate 80. I guess.
Right. Exactly, dude. It's the Battle of Vacaville and all points in between. I don't know how to categorize.
It's Battle of the worst corridor in the history of freeways. Maybe the Vacaville corridor, dude. That could be Sunday night at 11 p.m. and you're in bumper to bumper. Anyway, sorry. That's on me. I just air horned myself. Get back to Longbridge. Sorry.
Well, hold on. Wait. I got to follow through on this worst corridor in the history of the world. What are you talking about? 80? Are you talking about 80 out there by Vacaville?
80 through Vacaville. It's the worst part of the freeway system in the history of freeways, in my humble opinion. Go.
Okay, well, you know what? I'll take the baton and I am going to go. I like when Tony's forceful like that. I like when Tony yells at me and bosses me around. I respond. Generally speaking, I respond. All right, anyway, so Longbridge Pizza, hey, their doors are open for you on this beautiful Friday afternoon in the Bay. See, this is why we love California, man. This is like my favorite time of the year because it's not too hot yet. You know what I mean? We're not in that 90 plus range, but we're just comfortable, high 70s, low 80s, just beautiful stuff. So get out there and enjoy. Stop by Longbridge Pizza and do dive into that Senior Pie. It's a brand new pie. They're only serving it up for the month of May. It's got a lot of interesting flavors. I've talked about it all week, so you guys know what's involved with the Senior, and I encourage you to try one if you're going to the Giants games this weekend or, Tony, Valkyries basketball, dude. We got a brand new team in town. Ladies, take it from here, man. The Warriors are done, so bring in the ladies, and I'm all about Valkyries ball, dude. I want to get down there and catch some games, T. So Longbridge would be your great destination before or after any of those aforementioned games.
Dude, yes, Valkyries home opener tonight at Chase. Go to the game. If you don't, and on your way to the game, go to Longbridge Pizza, literally 3 blocks south of Chase Center. And if you're from the peninsula, it's the same thing we've been telling you with Giants games. And the Giants are hosting the A's this weekend, by the way, too. 7:05 tonight, 6:05 tomorrow night, 1:05 on Sunday. But more importantly, Valkyries home opener tonight at Chase. Raise the V's. There's the whole movement now. Raise the V's. I don't know if you read about that.
I didn't, but I'm all about V's, dude. Shout out V's, one of the great letters in the alphabet, Tony. Shout out Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix, first V song that comes to mind. But anyway, go ahead.
Raise the V's and go to Longbridge before the Valkyries, because guess what, dude? They have Valkyries colored Longbridge Pizza T-shirirts.
Nice.
Ready to be purchased from Longbridge Pizza. Go in there, get a pie, get a nice ice cold beer from their wonderful selection of local beers, and then grab some Valkyries T-shirts and go to the game. And go Valkyries, raise the V's. I heard some people were like, raise my what? Raise the V's. Raise the V's.
I've been raising the V's for years. I've been raising the V's before they even introduced the idea of raising the V's. I was raising the V's spiritually, mentally, and physically. So we're going to continue to do that. Also, Tony, Game 6 tonight, Madison Square Garden, which makes me want to lead us right into bookmarks because there's some relevant stuff in there. I got Knicks Celtics Game 6, and out the Warriors are done. Denver had a big win last night, too, in the West. So that thing's going to full 7. OKC Denver. That'll be interesting to see who takes on Minnesota. But I got to tell you, Tony, I've been all in on these Knicks ever since this postseason started. Jalen Brunson, the whirling dervish, the left-handed killer that he is.
Sorry, buddy. gonna handle some business first before we get into the meat and nuts and bolts and meat and potatoes of the show.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of air horns today. I'm getting rough air horn treatment. Yeah.
So, Paulie, I just want to tell people, those of you that are PMP VIP, thank you so much for signing up. We will get going with some extra content very soon. For those of you who haven't signed up yet, if you look at the bottom of the screen in the corner next to the subscribe belt, it's right next to it. You can become a member of the PMP VIP, and that will be for extra content coming down the road, or probably coming down the pike, as they say.
If I could do a Jane's Addiction, Coming Down the Mountain, one of the heaviest riffs of all time, dude. The guitar riff in that is monstrous.
Sorry. And also just remember to subscribe and like on our YouTube channel at Polymax Particles. Just hit that like button, just bang that like button like this. Bang the like button like that on the Polymac Particles YouTube page, and spread the word.
Yeah, spread the word, man. Help us out here. Spread the word with some likes and some subscriptions. Tony, maybe if I issue a threat to the audience, it'll be more effective. Hold on, stand by. Let me issue a threat from the Dark Prince himself. Hold on.
Here's the deal, mother grabbers. If I don't see these subscriptions start to skyrocket, believe me, it's going to be hell to pay. Literally, hell to pay. Subscribe, like, stop effing around.
All right, hopefully that threat issue from the Dark Prince himself will make an impact. Yes, Tony.
I love that you said there's going to be hell to pay, but also
Satan speaking. Let's talk some hell. You know what I mean?
Why don't we have Principal Paulie give a couple of orders too, if you don't mind?
Guys, here's the situation. Tony doesn't like when I cut my hands when I do this, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's just part of the character I'm playing. So I need subscriptions. I need likes. If you guys are out there, you got to help me. I see you, Tribe, Scott Sanders, Pete L.A., Don Peralta, Stevie B, Regs, all of y'all. Hey, what's up, Noemi? Good to see you as well. Hold on. All right, let's get back to the regular show. But yeah, subscribe and like. That's all we're asking. And thank you, VIPs. Thank you. We're going to be paying you guys back with a lot of bonus content very soon. In the meantime, Tony, and also I wanted to address something Sanchi said a couple of minutes ago because it made me laugh. I guess Rags is at the Newark airport right now waiting for his kid. And Sanchi, I saw Sanchi with a message. It goes, "Hey, Rags, do you have any love for Jersey band?" I couldn't believe this actually came up. Beaver Brown, dude. Do you guys remember Beaver Brown? What's up, catching now? Nothing is real on the dark side. We already did that one. Yeah, and that guy, dude, Beaver Brown was such a blatant Bruce Springsteen ripoff. He had the sax player. It was like the whole thing. It was like son of the E Street Band. But I will say this. I actually like White Side or Dark Side's Coming Out. Nothing is real, whatever that song's called. And Tony, I also like the ballad. Do you remember the ballad "Tender Years"? Good song.
I do. Wow, dude.
Tender years, won't you wash away my fears, or something like that. I haven't heard it in 30 years, but anyway, I will back Beaver Brown, Sanchi, to answer your question. I'm going to back him. How about you, team? Where do you stand with Beaver Brown?
I back Beaver Brown too. I got no qualms with Beaver Brown forever. And also, I want to welcome a couple new members of the PMP VIP. Oh. Is that okay? So here's the thing: is it Dre Nert? Is it Dr. Enert? Is it D. Renert? Or is it just Dre Nert? Right?
Well, I'm not sure, but I will compliment this guy on his Walton Goggins style glasses. I'm getting a lot of Goggins in this guy. A lot of Goggins. So I got Goggins style glasses. I got the hat, the brim hat going, and I like Dre Nert. That's a new name for us. I like Dre Nert. Welcome aboard, brother, and great to see you. Yeah.
And also, let's please welcome the musician himself, the man behind Hans Lufa and the man behind Give Me the Los. How about NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC, a new member of the PMP VIP. Welcome, NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC. Happy Friday, everybody. And thank you for the music, NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC. I love it, dude. David is his name, by the way. But I love the handle. And look at the picture of him. That's like Dia de los Muertos on the picture. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, thank you, brother. We appreciate that very much. And also, Tony, I want to say that we will get to our musical assignment at the end of the show. We have a lot of contributions from the community, so we'll address those. Also, as I said, we have a guest from the Last Dive Bar. These guys have a really cool presence online. They're big time Oakland guys. They just are, and they're kind of mourning the loss of their team. So anyway, we're going to get to that in a couple of minutes. But in the meantime, Tony, can we dive right into bookmarks? Because
we can. After I just say hashtag FJF. The F is for. I'm not going to say what the F is for, and then the J is for John, and the other F is for Fisher. Hashtag FJF. Yes, we can go to bookmarks, Paulie. If that's where you'd like to go, I will take you there.
It's time
Sure, go ahead, laugh if you want to.
for bookmarks,
Maybe that's how you get your kicks. You and your good time buddies.
PMP style.
I got a flash for you, Joy Boy. Party time is over.
Yeah. There we go, Paulie.
I actually like this jam. I really do. I'm not just embellishing. I like this jam. There's my keyboard line.
No way to build.
Yeah.
No way to build.
Yeah. Come on, let's ramp it up, kids. Ramp it up on a Friday. Here we go. Here we go. Oh! Come on. You know what I mean? See, you feeling this? I'm feeling it on a Friday, man. Let's go. All right, so here's the situation. We got bookmarks, and like I was saying, man, I'm in with these Knicks now. You know what I mean? I got no Golden State Warriors to hang my hat on. I am riding with those New York Knicks. 7th Avenue, bro, on a Friday night in New York City. God help New York if they win this game. And they'll be in the Eastern Conference Finals. And I'm telling you, I feel really good about this game for the Knicks. Boston's going to show up, and they're going to throw some haymakers, though, man. They ain't going down quietly. They ain't going down without a fight. I know this. But, Tony, for you, in bookmarks, I've been jamming stuff in there connected to the Knicks, but also connected to your guys in Fish. So let's dive in, and you can start pulling them out one by one on a Friday. Just have a good time with them. There's so many of them in there. We're a little behind, so I'll let you kind of run the floor, Tony.
Well, Paulie, first of all, on this date in 1970 was the only time the Grateful Dead and Jimi Hendrix shared a bill back on May 16th, 1970 at 2 blocks west of Gimbel's Cheltenham.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on, let me air horn your ass for a second here. Hold on. All right, hold on, T. First thing I got to ask you to do is lower the techno bed just a tiny bit because I was having a hard time hearing you. Now, you were saying...
I thought you love the music there, pal.
Well, I can only have one or the other. We'll either do the music track or listen to you talk. I can't do both. So were you saying this is the only time these two appeared together?
Yes, the only time these two appeared together on the same bill, and then the Steve Miller Band opened for both of them. How about that?
Yeah. No, I saw Steve Miller with the Grateful Dead a handful of times myself. Like in the 90s, Steve Miller would open shows on their stadium summer tours. So I saw Steve Miller with the Dead. It was a good combo. And that just shows you, man, Steve Miller goes way back to the early Fillmore days and stuff. Dude, I love this bill. I'm shocked that they only shared a bill together one time. That's actually really surprising. I didn't know that.
So do you know where, so the Temple Stadium, I don't know where Temple Stadium outdoor, but that's where this happened on May 16th, 1970, dude. So
nice bull.
Put me back in the time machine, dude. Okay, here we go. All
right, I put this in here. Let me explain this for a sec. So Tony was okay, thanks, bro. Tony was saying a couple of days ago that he's finally getting in on Righteous Gemstones, the final season, which I recommend to everybody. And here's Walton Goggins as his character, Baby Billy. He's always got a million schemes. So somebody put together a compilation of like Baby Billy's one-liners from this season of Gemstones. It's just a collection. So I don't know, 15, 20 seconds worth of Goggins going to be good for us on a Friday. Let's hit it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Fuck him. I ain't telling y'all shit. What a dick. Calm the fuck down. Well, how about this then, huh? How about that?
Okay, yeah, but didn't you hear what I said?
Yes, bitch, I heard you. I'm pretending like I didn't. Walk right the fuck out of here is what I'm gonna do. He'd suck a man's cock in the middle of town square if he thought it'd make him famous forever. He'd suck 10 men's cocks.
All right, so time out. No, I got no control over the content. I'm just saying, behold the comedy styling of Walton Goggins, and there's a lot more where that came from. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Tony, how far along are you in this final season?
No. I'm starting season 1, dude. I'm getting in on the ground floor right now. I'm only 4 episodes into season 1. So
my God. Oh, so have you even met Goggins yet? I don't think
Yes, I've met Goggins. Yes, I've met Goggins. He just took over the Sears, what used to be Sears in the strip mall, or not in the strip mall, in the shopping mall. They just took over the Sears.
I totally forgot about that. See, now I think I might have to go back and rejoin you in season 1 because I finished the recent season the other night. But all right, anyway, so there you go. Some Goggins on a Friday, always good for your head.
Here we go. Now this is great. I've seen this. This
set
is
this up, T. Set this up.
This is spot on. Okay, so this is basically The tweet says coaches are always harder on their own kids, it seems. And
Let me
this
stop
guy,
you right there, because you're coaching All Stars and your son Little League team right now. Is that true? Do you think that's true?
I am guilty of it at times, but I also have to check myself. And also, when I coach with other guys, I always say, maybe you guys can take Dom under your wing, and I'll take your boys under my wing, because I feel like they do get sick of their dads being the coach, and so it's just nice to balance it out. But this is great. I'll play this right now, real quick.
Okay. Yeah.
Here we go.
Ready, bro? Here we go. Good job, there, bud. Come on, Bentley. You got it, bud. Oh, get it. Dylan, get up. Get in front of it.
I mean, I've seen shit like this too, man. I mean, I didn't coach my kids' Little League teams, but I observed stuff like this. And I thought you would get a kick out of that too.
Oh, yeah, totally, dude.
Look how hard he gets this ball. Like, get up here. Like,
dude, we played in a tournament last year, and I'm going to leave just the town and everything out of it, but we played in a tournament. We're talking 10U.
Yeah.
A little travel ball, right? Last summer. And we're in a tournament, and the other coach, I kept asking for the pitch count of the other team. It was one kid who pitched all 6 innings, dude, because in travel ball, there's not the restrictions. Dude, at the 4th inning, he had like 82 pitches. I'm like, oh, that's too much. So they should probably yank him out of the game. Dude, the kid went a complete game. He threw like 108 pitches. I'm like, dude, that's child abuse. Like, that's borderline child abuse. So anyway, it really pissed me off. So I have a feeling that if I met the coach of that team that had the pitcher go 108 pitches, he would probably be this dude at the very tail end,
Yeah. Always so gentle with the other kids, and his own kid comes up, he's just drilling line drives at him. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, now check this out. Now this is Schefter.
This is like a new thread going around where everybody suddenly feels like the Niners are just going to like run away with the NFC. It's actually starting to worry me a little bit, because everyone's talking about how easy the schedule is, how many games the Niners are going to win. And we can dive into the schedule. We'll have time to do that. We got plenty of time to do that. But I don't know, does that concern you at all, Tony? The fact that everyone is so like almost overly confident about how good the Niners are going to be.
Sure, it might be an easier schedule on paper.
Yeah.
On paper. Let's play the football games, shall we? How about let's just get to the contest? Let's get to the gridiron itself and not worry about what we see on paper. I hate putting out these vibes of like, oh, it's an easy schedule. Dude, they were 6-11 last year. Nothing is going to come easy, dude. Where's Zaza when I need him? Right here.
Nothing easy. Nothing easy.
I mean, dude, come on. Everybody chill out. Like, how about let's just win week 1 and take it from there? Like, I don't want to have this easy schedule here. I'll play a little Adam Schefter for you, and I do love Schefter. But, here we go.
Well, here's the thing. They play the AFC South, the NFC South, a last place schedule. They have strength of schedule wise or week of schedule wise, maybe the most favorable schedule in the National Football League.
Okay, so fine. Again, on paper, Paulie. On paper. And you know what it also tells me? It also tells me that the NFL wants the Niners in the mix. The NFL is a better product with the Niners in the mix. Do you agree?
I do. I think that goes for a variety of the blue chip kind of franchises in the league. I would include the Niners, the Raiders, the Cowboys, even regardless of whether or not you love or hate any of the teams I just mentioned. I agree with what Tony said, that the league is always in a better place when you have those blue chip kind of presence in the postseason. And it's been a while. The Raiders have been on their face for a while. The Cowboys have been down for a while. The Niners, they've been around, but they've taken their lumps as well. But I agree, T. It's going to benefit everybody, like that rising tide lifts all boats kind of thing.
Exactly, dude. So let's just everybody, it's like I want to put a banner in our Little League field at center field for all parents and all coaches that literally just says, hey, everybody, chill the F out. Like, I want that as a banner. And I would like to say that to all the Niner fans or the Niner faithful. Like, hey, sure, on paper, it might feel easy or look easy or the ranking of the schedule. I don't care, dude. They're 6-11, and I don't feel great about the team. Dude, by the way, there's the whole Brock Purdy thing still just hanging out there.
Great call. Great call. You want to sign him at some point, maybe? You want to sign this guy? I don't know, just for kicks? Yeah.
I mean, are they really trying to play hardball with him and say that they're just going to pay him his last year, which is like, I don't even know what the number is, but like, I think it's $5 million or something like that. Like, are they really going to hold him out? Like, come on, Niners. Like, they Well, anyways, I'm not.
Tony, I love everything you're saying, dude. You're on a roll. I think everything you're saying is spot on. Like I've had it with these holdouts, dude. I mean, first you had Nick Bosa, you had to deal with that. You had Brandon Ayuk, you had to deal with that. You had Trent Williams holding out. Like enough is enough. And now to Brock Purdy's credit, he is present and he is working out. Like he's showing up at the workouts. It's not like he's holding out. But I'm with you, dude. Let's go into this season with everything buttoned up. No more loose ends. No more starting quarterbacks who haven't been signed. Handle your business, Niners, for real.
Hey, Paulie, holding back the years or hold me now? Which song would you rather have as like your hold song? If you know,
well, I'm gonna go Howard Jones. Wait, no, that's hold me. No, who's that? Thompson Twins. What is that?
Thompson Twins. Or you could have. Is it Simply Red with Holding Back the Years? Holding back the years.
I'm gonna go Twins on this one, dude. I'm gonna go double T. I'm gonna go with the Twins and Hold Me Now. It's not a bad track. Nice melodies in that song.
Yeah, what about I'll keep holding on? You're not down with that one, huh?
Actually, you know what? I am down with that. What's the name of that track? I am down with that.
I think it's Holding Back the Years, and I think it's Simply Red. I could be wrong.
Okay. You got a couple of good ones there as far as holding goes, so I'm going to give that to you, T. Yeah.
Hey, Paulie, get a good one.
Can I give you an obscure Hold Me song? Super obscure. I'm going to go to the ready for this, Tony. You're going to love this. 1978 Paul Stanley solo album, Hold Me, Touch Me. Boom. Nice. Right there. Hold Me, Touch Me. It's a beautiful ballad. No, I'm serious. It's a ballad. It's a pretty song. All right. Anyway, keep it moving. Oh, is that Joey C's pod?
Dude, he's got music in the background of this too.
He's blasting Journey. He's cooking pies. Look at this guy.
This is Joey C, who's a member of the PMP VIP, and he sent us this video of him making pizza. And he says, anytime you want a pizza pie, just holler. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I mean,
there you go. Nice.
I mean, I couldn't love this anymore.
Right? You get Neil to be like a grader. Like, what is Neil? What's that on Neil's scale of a homemade pizza pie? What's on the scale? I'd love to know because that looks pretty damn good, dude.
That looks phenomenal. I have Joey C envy. Joey C, we got to hang, dude. You know what, Joey C, if you can, come on down to the Metallica tailgate. We're going to get that whole thing. In fact, that's what my meeting is about today. I'm meeting with the Metallica people. So we're going to, we'll get, and dude, these guys, Tony. But I want to finish that thought. I was going to say that when we get down to the Levi shows with Metallica, we're going to drop a pin, as Dom was saying, and we'll tell everybody where we're hanging out. And I'd love to get as many of us together as possible if you're heading down there. All right, Tony. Yeah, this is incredible. You take this. Set this up, T.
Dude, this is, I think it's on Amazon. They're making a movie just called Madden. And that is Christian Bale as Al Davis and Nicolas Cage as John Madden. And I just saw this, and we both posted this, which is like great minds think alike. We both posted this in bookmarks, and look at those two. I mean,
I can't wait. I can't wait for this. First of all, shout out to Christian Bale, dude. That guy, I mean, first of all, he's kind of tough to like because he's got such a huge ego. He's kind of arrogant and everything, but he is a really, really talented actor, dude. He's done like a lot of amazing roles. And look at him as Al. I'm more fascinated with him as Al Davis than I am as Nick Cage with Madden. Like the Davis thing, dude, with the rings. I'm all over this. And by the way, that's a badass little Raiders windbreaker right there, dude. I'd love to have one of those bad boys.
By the way, do you think Christian Bale could hold down the Al Davis confessional? Or maybe will there be an Al Davis confessional scene in the movie? Do you think?
John, get your fat ass in the booth, John. We got to talk about your contract. Yeah, I hope so. They got to have that. And by the way, again, we'll have friends from the Last Dive Bar joining us in about 5 minutes. Speaking of Oakland, we'll go deeper into all this stuff with those guys. But yeah, no, dude, I'm all over this. Do we have a release date on this?
I don't know about the release date, but I think it's, well, I don't know if they're filming because look, I found this too. Look at that picture of Cage as John Madden. Look at that.
So wait a second. Is he doing the Robert De Niro Raging Bull method acting thing? Is that like, did he really put the weight on, or is that makeup? Like, I can't tell.
Dude, I don't know. I really don't know because he might be. He's a little off the Richter scale, right? He's a little off, and so I could see him saying, you know what, I'm just going to go binge eat to get fully into the role of Madden. Maybe not though. The face has to be. That can't be real. I don't think that's real.
You know, Nick Cage had I don't know if he still does, but he had a place in San Francisco for a long time. He had a big place down on Divisadero. And I actually know a girl who went into his house with, it's a crazy, I don't want to get into that right now, but I know a girl who went into Cage's house one night after they were partying somewhere. And I heard some crazy stories about this cat, but you know what, dude, Cage he's out there, bro. He's not playing, like, he's not pretending. I think Cage has a couple screws loose. He thinks he's like an Elvis collector and stuff. He's a whack job. And I kind of like that.
And don't sleep on Honeymoon in Vegas. That movie, Honeymoon in Vegas, is so funny, dude. I love that movie. And Nicolas Cage and Sarah Jessica Parker and dude, Pat Morita.
And James Caan, dude. James Caan in the playing poker as the mafia guy trying to take his bride away and stuff. Yeah.
And dude, shout out the cameo of Jerry Tarkanian in because he's in the poker game that they're playing, dude.
Great call, Tony. And then I got a shout out though. I think my favorite Nick Cage role is the first thing I ever saw him in, and that's Valley Girl, the movie from the 80s, that romance. He falls in love with this Valley Girl. He's a punk rocker and everything.
Also, Raising Arizona too is another great Nick Cage. So yeah, his resume is pretty impressive, dude.
Well, then he did that one movie. He might have won an Academy Award for this, or maybe his co-star. I forget, but you remember that movie? It was really heavy, called Leaving Las Vegas, where he's just trying to kill himself with alcohol. Basically, he's just drinking himself to death. And so anyway, dude, I'm all over this. I can't wait. Bring it on. Keep these bookmarks coming, T. If we got some more, I'm all over this.
We got a couple more. This is pretty funny too, man. This is we were talking about the dads with coaching, and
look at the gut on this guy, by the way, dude. Look at his gut.
This is playing catch with your dad, and this is pretty funny because I used to do this, and now I don't do it anymore because I don't want to make the catch an unenjoyable experience for my son or daughter. So here we go.
All right.
And did you just throw a curveball? I saw the spin. Anthony, you're 12 years old, okay? We're not throwing curveballs. We're throwing fastballs and changeups. I don't care what your friends are doing. Only Daddy can throw curveballs.
See?
Look at the throw.
Look at the gut. Look at that gut. Yeah. I don't care what your friends are doing. I don't care what your friends are doing.
Follow through, dude. And then here's the end. I'm just going to show the end. Here's the end. Throws him a pop fly.
Who's got it? Me. Good.
Here we go.
The fuck was that? Nah, that's it. We're done. You don't want to take it serious. We're done. Good.
The F was that?
Watch, listen.
The fuck was that? Nah, that's it. We're done.
You
don't want to take it.
That's it. We're done. That's it. We're done. I've had multiple sessions of catch with my son. I'm like, you know what? That's it. I'm done.
Yeah, you want to play games? I'm out of here. I'm putting my glove down. Hey, Tony, real quick, bring up our new. Oh, here we're getting to the one I've been waiting for. This is what I've been waiting to show Tony for all week, bro. Yeah, there's your guy, dude. There's your guy. Give me all your thoughts. He's at the Knick games, man. Let's go.
So he lives in Manhattan. So he usually goes to hockey games, dude, because he's a big hockey dude. He grew up a hockey guy in Burlington, Vermont. Trey
Has he been going to Ranger? Oh, nice.
Yes,
nice.
He's a big Ranger head, and so now the Ranger like PA announcer and stuff. Well, they'll find him in the crowd and put him on the.
Oh, nice! I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, but Trey Anastasio getting Nick's ball under his belt, that's pretty sweet. And I'm all for it, man. This is another reason why Paulie and I are on the Nick bandwagon. So go Knicks. Let's go. I was wearing my Fish New York Knicks Madison Square Garden t-shirt yesterday. I got to bring that out again next week. So there's Trey. Check him out. Look at how serious and pensive he is.
No, dude, that's what I'm saying. I love this. You got to be feeling good because I'm excited by this. So Trey, and by the way, shout out to Trey Anastasio's seats. Like, he's one of those low-key hippie gangsters where he probably just woke up that day, called his, his manager, his publicist, whatever, and was like, hey, you know what? I want to go to the Knick games and make sure I'm not too far away from the court. Thanks. And then, boom, there he is. He's sitting right there. Like, I love that, dude. Trey can make shit happen if he makes a couple of calls. And I expect that he will be there tonight as well. There's a lot of excitement in the air tonight. So on behalf of Trey Anastasio, on behalf of the whole Fish community, let's get this Knicks win tonight. He ain't going up to Boston, is he? Because he's like,
no, I doubt he'll go to Boston, but he lives near MSG, so it's like he'll just stumble down. Like when he was doing the shows at the Beacon, it was like he would just walk down to the Beacon during COVID, right? So
yeah, I heard that's his neighborhood. I heard he lives up in the Upper West Side, and I got to tell you, like, if I had the dough, I would have. Oh, seriously, if I had the dough and I could have a place in New York, I would either live Upper West Side or I would move down into the Village. Hey, we got a couple of supers here, T. Let's get them both up there, and then let's bring in our friend Brian from the Last Dive Bar. Check out our Yeah.
Phil Dawson, the former kicker of the 49ers, is now a member of the PMP VIP. This is great news, dude.
Hey,
this is great news.
It could be somebody posing as Phil Dawson, but if this is really you, Phil, you're welcome to join us any damn time you want. I think we've had Phil Dawson on the Murph and Mac show in the past. Phil, welcome back to the show, bro. Great to see you. Hey, I got to be honest, based on those mishaps we had with Moody last year, I wish you were still on the Niners. I really do. Yeah.
Hey, Phil, come out of retirement. Let's go. Come back and bring your brother Dudley Dawson, a.k.a. Booger, if you want to. You know?
Hey, T, real quick, I see the Last Dive Bar just made a super donation as well. So throw them up there.
Come on. Yeah, Last Dive Bar. Let's go, man. And I think we got Brian in the green room, dude.
Bring him in.
I'm going to bring Brian in right now. Let me just hide this comment. Thank you, Last Dive Bar, for the super. And here we go. Let's bring Brian onto the show. Let's go. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, that's my guy right there. Yeah, man, this is everybody. I want to welcome. This is Brian from the Last Dive Bar. Welcome to the Polymath Particle Show. And just to let the audience know, Brian, you and I have been connected on social media for a few weeks now, and I love the stuff you guys are doing. I love your presence online. And just so you know, man, Tony's a San Francisco guy. I'm a San Francisco guy, but I feel for you, man. I hate the fact that the A's left Oakland. I hate the fact that the Raiders left Oakland. The Warriors as well. I just feel bad that Oakland has been abandoned in such a great sports town. And I just want to welcome you to the show, kind of let you know where we stand. So how's your head, man, going into this A's Giants weekend? I mean, it's not the same.
No, it's not the same. And really, this is a regional matchup. This is something we all look forward to. I mean, you got baseball playoffs. If your team's in it, there's a level of excitement that it's not replicated anywhere in the current season, except for the Battle of the Bay. You circle this game on the calendar. This is the game that gets you pumped up, excited, and we're deprived of that now. I mean, we have I just posted the T-shirt. It's now called the Highway 80 Series.
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't have the same feel, man. It ain't the Battle of the Bay,
No, man. And I don't know. I mean, I thought it was Interstate 80, but I don't know. Maybe it changed. I don't know. But
yeah, good call. You, Brian. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, I see that there's fans that are going to be going, some Oakland fans that are going to be going, hopefully, Giants fans, A's fans, they get a huge middle finger at that first at bat and give a big old "Let's go Oakland" chant, and then after that, Giants can pummel the A's, that's fine with me. But it's just it's gutting, you know what I mean? Like there's these kind of points in the season that just rip at the heart of an A's fan. I mean, you got spring training, then you got opening day, and then you got the Battle of the Bay. So people are trying to get over it. They're trying to move on, but then you get reminders throughout the season that made you so excited in a typical year. But A's fans are jaded. We've been dealing with John Fisher for 20 years. Before him, Schott Hoffman. We've dealt with numerous local ownership groups that got passed up for college roommates and buddies, and we've never had an owner since Haas that really invested into this team, and it really allowed for this move to, I think, really happen and people to accept it because he had driven down the stock of the team so much for so long that it's like, okay, the A's are moving, and people were okay with that until fans threw the biggest middle finger up in the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Brian. Oh, sorry, Tony. Well, let me ask Brian this, and then you piggyback right after. I wanted to ask, what is the state of the fan base in Oakland and the East Bay in general? And the reason I ask is because I've noticed when the Raiders went to Vegas, a lot of East Bay Raider fans stayed with them. Like, I know people that are Raider fans and are like, you know what, man, I'm heartbroken that they're leaving us again, but I'm not trading in my Raider gear. I'm staying with the Raiders. They're my team. Is it like that with the A's, or did A's fans just throw their hands up and say, like, I'm done? Like, what's the state of things over there?
Yeah, well, first, I mean, the big difference with the Raiders is the Raiders acknowledged the fact that they were leaving. They acknowledged that, and they gave the decency to the fan base to say, hey, we're leaving, but we're going to celebrate you. We're going to thank you for being fans, and so there was a bit of a swan song there in that final season, but football is different than baseball. It's not 81 games. It's not, such a regionally based sport. And so, but with the A's, I mean, we've been getting dragged through the mud for years. And so the way this whole relocation went down was just the level of spitefulness from this ownership. I mean, a lot of people took it personally, and it hurt a lot of people because, it's the same thing with the Giants. It's a family thing. You know what I mean? That the broadcasters, the players, you're talking with the family members. Voos is like everybody's hero. Everybody
Yep.
asks me who's my favorite A's of all time. It's Steve Vucinich, man.
Nice.
Because and you become family with these people. I mean, when I was growing up in the '80s, I idolized this group of fans out in left center. They had this Henduland banner,
Yep.
and and the next thing you know, these guys, the Bad Boys Club, they're sitting there and they're going to bars every other week with
Yeah.
Dave Henderson, and then like 30 years later. The one charity that we've worked with more than any other charity is the Always Having Fun Foundation, founded by Trent Henderson, the son of Hendu. And we
Nice.
sponsor his golf tournament every single year. We've done bobbleheads for him,
Nice.
pins for him, and we've raised over $15,000 to
Dude.
find a cure for Angelman syndrome. You don't get that with other fan bases where you got, literally, like we created a company off of me saying what the fuck on TV over an internet bromance I had with, with my buddy Ramon Laureano. And
Nice.
next thing you know, we've donated over $250,000, and we're literally just 3 fans doing all this. And really, there's only two guys that run everything with LDB. Our third guy, he primarily only does graphic design work for us.
Man, dude, Brian, by the way, the Brian from Last Dive Bar. Brian, first of all, on behalf of just Bay Area baseball fans everywhere, I want to say thank you for speaking up, man, and for creating Last Dive Bar and truly using social media like in one of the best ways possible to raise awareness, to start a movement. And you guys did with the, like Unrooted is also good. Like, and there's other websites or I'm sorry, accounts that are really good too.
Right.
But like, have you ever gotten any reaction from anybody at the A's or anybody related to John Fisher or Rob Manfred, anybody?
Yeah. So actually, it's funny because we used to work directly with the A's. We were like undocumented third-party contractors. What I mean by that is we did third-party contract work with them. We were sponsors of their radio network, the A's Cast, but we weren't getting paid for any of it. And so we did this out of like genuineness, our love for the team, the players, the organization, and stuff. And it's funny because it came down on from MLB because we filed for a federal trademark, and MLB approved it. But on there was a trademark violation, and it was our Stephen Vogt retirement design that Stephen Vogt personally asked the A's for us to do, which they said yes. We went through a whole design process. They never cleared any of it with MLB, and it was an actual trademark violation. And the A's are telling us, we love it. And so his whole retirement ceremony, you see all the shirts they're wearing, that's our design, our T-shirt.
Nice.
And literally, like, it was a trademark violation. But, so there was a certain point in time when, when they made the announcement in April, and so we kind of, everybody was saying LDB's got to get behind this. They got to get behind this.
Yeah.
And so we did. We jumped in, and it was on after that, right? Because we have a lot of connections, like nationally, with some of the writers and the media personalities and the players. We have a great relationship with a lot of players, and the front office. So when we jumped into it, we had information that like nobody was getting, and we were going public with it. And the way I was doing it is, I would have a piece of information that was true, was undeniable, it was truth, firsthand stuff with evidence and documents. And so every time I would put something out, what I would do is I would give it to everybody at the same time. And so next thing you know, you got this huge hammer coming down with truth and what was going on, and they couldn't deny it, right? Wow. And so the only thing they ever they did an athletic article, and the only thing they ever said regarding us and regarding the trademark violations, they did nothing to, I forgot the line, they did nothing to basically mess with us or shun us or anything like that. Well, the next thing you know, the guys in the control room sending me pictures of signs and Post-it that says, do not mention Last Dive Bar, do not show Last Dive Bar.
Wow.
And I have that picture. And so there was a couple threads I did where I just like ripped into them and said, how can you even say that? I mean, we've raised, hundreds of thousands of dollars for you. Actually, money that they used in the figure that they presented to Vegas, Catherine Aker did. And that was money we actually donated to them. Money raised by, because everything we do is fan base, and then the fans are the ones buying it, and then the proceeds are going back into events for the fans like Fans Fest and reverse boycotts and stuff, and then going back into our products to design it, make it, and then give it to the people, because I mean the A's weren't making it, and they went a whole calendar year without even doing a bobblehead. They weren't making pins. They weren't making T-shirts. I mean, that's how we made this, because the A's didn't release an actual T-shirt. They used the one the Giants designed and made.
Man.
And so we made this, and it was based off several previous Battle of the Bay T-shirts.
Hey,
and
man.
so it basically encompasses several years of that matchup. That's such a regional, iconic, nostalgic matchup. That's now reduced to a highway.
Well,
Hey,
check it out, man.
Paulie,
Hey,
real
Brian.
quick.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
real quick, Paulie, Brian, is there a way for anybody that's watching right now to purchase any of the T-shirts or any of the gear? Is it through
yeah.
Last Dive Bar on social media, or is there a website,
Yeah.
or what's the best way?
Yeah, if you go to any of our socials, it's pinned up in the description. You can go to lastdivebar.com. And again, everything we make, those proceeds go directly back into it. If they don't go to a direct charity, they go to an actual event. Like we teamed up with Altamont Brewing. The last Saturday of every month, we'll be out Altamont Brewing. We were just at Dalton Jeffries, Scotty's Gift, right? They provide baskets to newly diagnosed pediatric cancer patients.
Wow.
So we were sponsors of that golf tournament. And then, and so it goes into directly like player related charities that we've built relationships with over the years. And so, and yeah, I mean, like last 2 years went into Fans Fest.
That's awesome, man. Well, I want to show you this too, Brian. We're repping you guys on the show. I got my Coliseum hat right here. Thank you for that, brother. Tony's got his shirt on. And I wanted to let's show Brian. We got a couple of supers making donations here, T. So throw those up there so Brian can see we're getting some love.
Look at that.
Here's Joey C. Yeah.
Joseph, you're the man, dude. My sentiments exactly. I mean, at this point, it ain't about selling a team. It's just about saying fuck John Fisher, and you know what I mean. Like, there's nothing we can do. I mean, if the entire baseball world seen what happened with the Oakland A's fan base and what that whole process was, and they're okay with it, it was unanimously voted upon. Like, they don't care, and so they don't give a shit. Now you look at Tampa Bay, and now that owner over there is walking away from almost $1 billion of public money. And now MLB saying, oh, you better sell the team, right? Because God forbid you give up public money. Like, that precedent is set. Like, if you give up public money, you're out of baseball. You know, and it's all about the public money, and it's disgusting, especially for guys like John Fisher that have shown that he could care less. He doesn't know a single player on his team's name.
No, he's one of the most objectionable people I've ever seen in public. Seriously, in my entire lifetime, and I've been doing sports media for like 25 years, and he is the most objectionable person I've ever seen in charge of a team. Hey, we got one more super, Tony. Show him Don Peralta. Check this one out. As a fellow designer, baller, baseball investor, and Last Dive Bar fan, keep being punk rock. You and the whole Last Dive Bar family rule. That's awesome. That's Tom. We love him. And I'll say this, Brian, last thing I'm going to ask you today, and we appreciate the time. Great talking to you, man, is do you have any faith or hope that baseball, professional Major League Baseball, could someday return to Oakland? Like, do you hold out hope for that, or do you think it's just a thing of the past now?
Man, I don't know. I mean, maybe if it was like 2015, 16, 17, when the market in Oakland in particular economically was in a lot better situation. I don't know in this climate, but then again, you got guys like Lacob, and I was on this chat, right? This those encrypted chats with some officials and stuff like that, and there's other ownership groups. The thing that always frustrated me is none of these, like, throw one out, get a sacrificial lamb out there, throw it out, and do what like Orlando said and say, hey, we got X amount of billions of dollars, we'll build a stadium, we'll do it like the Giants did. You put the stadium there first, you develop around it later. Yeah. And now the Giants are collecting $40-50 million checks off of the tax revenue. So it's like, it just blows my mind that, it shouldn't matter even the economic climate in Oakland right now. If you're a billionaire, you're an owner, like Lacob said, this is easy. I would just pay for it.
Yeah.
Man. The Giants. Go ahead, Brian.
Think about the waterfront, right? On a clear day, you would have Giant Stadium, you'd have A Stadium facing each other, like the amount of money that is there, and what should be two iconic brands. Now that the Giants rescued their brand, and they rescued that brand and they elevated to a whole nother level, especially when they got that park. The A's have never had an owner that saw that vision or did that outside of Haas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's been the most tragic thing, because the A's history is so eccentric. It's so unique. They were the first to wear white cleats, the facial hair. They were the first team to test playing out under baseball lights. Like, they always, pun intended, march to the beat of their own drum.
Yeah.
So much to where they brought drums in the stadium, and they've never had an ownership group that really understood that. Hell, Catherine Aker, she's the head marketing PR. She didn't even know the difference between us and the group that sits out in right field, the Oakland 68. She thought we were the same group. That's how detached they are, right, from their own fan base. You know what I mean?
Listen, man, we love your passion. We love the work that you guys are doing over there. Your gear is killer, and we stand with you guys, man. If there's ever anything we can do to help your cause, just let us know, man. Reach out anytime. We'd love to have you back on sometime. But Brian, just keep doing what you're doing, bro, and we stand with you. And a lot of people feel the same way, man. So thanks for the time today, Brian.
Well, will I see you guys tonight?
No, I'm home tonight. I'm actually watching from home. Are you going to be out at the yard?
Yes, I will be. I will be. So
way to represent, dude. I have my son's little league. I have my son's little league playoff game, so I can't make it either. But I'll be on the diamond, just a much smaller diamond. That's all.
All right, boys. Hey, you take care. Go get a couple beers on us, and then I'll talk to you guys soon.
Cheers, Brian. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, man.
Man.
There he goes. That's Brian from the Last Dive Bar. Really good guy. Yeah, really good guy. And again, dude, you know, I feel like I never really understood like the hatred that does exist from like this side, our side of the bay towards Oakland and vice versa. I just never felt that way. Like when my kids were little, like I'm talking really little, 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, we would be like, you know, if the Giants were on a road trip, I would be like, yeah, let's just go over to Oakland and catch an A's game, man. They had Mulder, Hudson, Zito. They had those great early 2000 teams. And my kids and I went out there, Tony, and we saw a bunch of A's games during that era. And those are great memories, man. My kids always enjoyed going to A's games. And don't even get me started on the Raiders thing, man. That's a whole other kind of conversation. I mean, I do feel like with the Warriors, at least they're still within reach, and they do have history in San Francisco. There is a precedent. Yeah. But watching the Raiders and the A's leave Oakland sucks. Like, I don't like it. I never hated the A's, never hated the Raiders. I think the Bay Area sports landscape took a serious hit when those teams vanished. So anyway, great to have Brian on, T. How you feeling about all that?
I loved that hit, and I would love to do more with him down the road because obviously the guy he just is so passionate, man, and he's fighting the good fight. Like Dom said, and like some of the other commenters said, he's going up against the machine, going up against the man, right? And it's just,
the man. I don't like the man. I've been fighting the man my whole life. I'm not even kidding. Not even an embellishment. I've been anti-man my whole life, you know?
Exactly, man. And it's just like now they're trying to market it as the Interstate 80 and they call it Highway 80, by the way. It's Interstate 80, like Brian mentioned. It's not a highway. It's not a highway, but this just goes to show you right then and there that they're trying to market it as the Highway 80 series. It's not even a highway. So it just boggles my mind, this kind of stuff. And it's not like the A's are not rich in history and tradition and success. That's what blows my mind is the success of the franchise decades.
Unmatched. That they're the last Major League Baseball team to win 3 consecutive World Series. And in my opinion, they will be the last. I don't think that's ever going to happen again because the game is set up now in a way that teams can't stay together like that. I mean, you cannot keep teams together anymore. Go ask Juan Soto. You know what I mean? So, but you're right, Tony, the legacy, their history, that fan base, it just sucks, man. And we stand with those guys. And if there's ever anything we can do to help out the whole movement, like we're here for that.
Yeah, no question. And before we get to the couple of mailbags and musical assignment, I just want to say that like there's the Oakland Ballers that are starting, I think, pretty soon. I think maybe even next week. I think they start their season. So if you want some ball in Oakland, go check out the Oakland Ballers because, hey, intimate setting. They put a bunch of money into Raimondi Field, redid that. It's a cool scene out there, man, and they're building businesses around it, like he was talking about. I mean, the Giants they're not just an MLB franchise anymore. They're like real estate developers now. So,
it's almost like more so than baseball at this point. Right. Like real estate first, baseball second, almost. Like I feel you. Yeah.
That whole scene south of the ballpark now with the little beach and the new McCovey Cove, the revamped McCovey Cove. I mean, it's pretty cool, and they're building a whole new, basically, neighborhood between Oracle Park and Chase Center. So it is cool to watch the city expand. But it's like, hey, Giants, how about you maybe bring another bat? Maybe spend some money on another bat.
I wouldn't mind it. Yeah, maybe put some of that on the field. By the way, Tony, real quick, Last Dive Bar again being a super on his way out the door as well. So give him some love there one more time.
Look at this guy! Come on, man, love it, Brian.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Thank you again, Brian. And do check these guys out on Twitter. Go check out their account. It's really cool. And I think it was last thing I'll say about the whole, Karen Bell, too, with the glasses. Let's show Karen Bell real quick. She's checking in on a Friday. Karen, I love Karen. I haven't seen Karen in a while. Yeah, I'm not. See, every time I see those red glasses, I'm like, there she is. Back to work as well. TGIF, you got that right. I'm glad you feel that way. We do, too. We really do. I'm so thrilled with the way you guys have all come together and supporting the show. Like trust me, means a lot to me, and it means a lot to Tony, big time.
On that note, I just asked Dom Peralta the other day to make some art for the word reciprocity, because it really truly is a reciprocal thing. It's not just us, and it's not just you guys. It's all as one reciprocal vibe. And it reminds me so much of the live shows that I love to go to, where the band is putting out so much energy from the stage, but the fans are putting out so much energy back to the band, and it keeps on going, just keeps on going. So thank you all very, very much.
We love you guys, man, and that's not an embellishment. We really do. All right, musical assignment, and then out the door. I got to go meet with the Metallica people so I can hook all of y'all up for the Levi shows. Here's what's happening, T. I said the assignment this week should be songs of farewell or goodbye, or songs about the end of something, as the Warrior season came to a very disappointing thud of an end a couple of nights ago in Minnesota. So I said, hey, we're going to say goodbye to the Warriors today. Until next year. And so songs about the end. And I can go, well, why don't we do some of the listener contributions first?
I
have a couple written down, and I'm going to hand it off to you, T. So let me just start by acknowledging John Joseph. I saw John Joseph with his contribution before the show. And he said, guys, I want to contribute Leonard Cohen, Dance Me to the End of Love. I got to say, I don't know the track, but I respect Leonard Cohen. And John Joseph, dude, I love your the variety of music that you're into. I really do love that. Let's get to let me make sure I have these right. I wanted to do I had Dom Peralta. Well, I got Dom Peralta.
I got Dom's. Don't worry about Dom's. I got it. Yeah.
Take it.
Stevie B just sent this in literally less than an hour ago. He sent in The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down by the band from The Last Waltz. That's
incredible song. Incredible song. Joan Baez covered it. Jerry Garcia covered it. It's one of the greatest songs ever written. Tony, go ahead.
Yes, Dom Peralta has a few. He says Johnny Cash, Hurt. He says Temple of the Dog, Say Hello to Heaven. He also says Grateful Dead, Death Don't Have No Mercy, live at the Fillmore version.
Death don't take no vacation. I'm going to represent my boy Rags from New Jersey right now. I love that his contribution, Rags. He's coming in with Greg Allman, End of the Line. Great track, Rags. Nice pull. By the way, Scarlet Fire a couple of minutes ago was saying that Mrs. Rags has got to be considered the GOAT just for dealing with Rags. And guess what? You know what? Your instincts are right, Scarlet Fire. Tracy, Mrs. Rags, she's been putting up with a lot for a long time. She's a lovely woman, too. Great Italian Jersey girl. Tony, go ahead with the other contributions, bud.
Hang on one sec. Since we're talking Rags, let's have a reprise. Let's do a reprise real quick.
6:47 on the way to the gym after a night flight with our song, Smacky Baby. Let's fucking go. The Ace of Spades.
I was feeling that too. That just wound me up, Rags. I'm feeling you. And by the way, I am Smacky Baby. That's my nickname back east. I'm known as Smack on the street. So that's the interpretation of that. Tony, go ahead.
Yes, Bonnie, aka Scarlet Fire. She says, "Come round the bend." She gave us lyrics, right? From Casey Jones. She said, "Come round the bend, you know it's the end." She also said from Stella Blue, "In the end, there's just a song."
Oh, that's my jam right there. That's my song now, Stella Blue. Yeah.
And she said, "Stuck inside of Mobile with the Memphis Blues again." Ooh, oh, mama, can this really be the end? That's from Bonnie, Scarlet Fire.
I can't wait to sit down with her and talk serious Grateful Dead. She's obviously very serious now. She's got the Dylan stuff down. She's got the Dead stuff down. Our time's coming any day. Don't worry about me. No. Okay, go ahead, Tony.
Dude, this is from Escobar the Third. Escobar the Third sent in some great calls. He said Green Day in the end. He said Linkin Park in the end. He also said Boys to Men, End of the Road, which is, I love that song.
Can I represent Stevie B right now, coming in with a great track by Motorhead, Killed by Death. Dude, love that. Killed by Death. I might have to go on a Motorhead rampage today. You guys are firing me up right now. Ace of Spades, Killed by Death, Stevie B. I feel you. Great one. Great one.
And Paulie, also from Escobar the Third, from an artist or two artists, Hector Lavoe and Willie Colon. The track is called Todo Tiene Su Final, which he said he wanted to. It's a great line. He said in his email. He said, hold on a second. It's also one of Puerto Rico's most famous singers ever, Hector Lavoe. He said, I figured the music that's been picked needs a little diversity. Ha ha ha. And then he says, in the lines in the song, Nada pura para siempre, nothing lasts forever. Tenemos que recordar, we have to remember. And also, que no existe eternidad, there is no eternity. That is from Escobar the Third.
I gotta say, Tony, your language skills are very impressive today. By the way, Diana L, welcome aboard, and End of the Line by the Traveling Wilburys. Nice. I love you guys, man. I'm glad we look at Anthony, dude. Look at Anthony Merkovich coming in with Guns N' Roses. Tony, November Rain, or I'll just end up walking in the cold November rain. Have you seen Axel lately, bro? He's put on a couple of pounds too. He's
look into your eyes.
Oh, I can see the love restrained.
Love, when I hold you, don't you know I? Okay, so all right.
We both can feel the pain. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's actually a gorgeous tune. We saw them play that at Oracle Park, man, and I was like, you know what? Go ahead, Axel.
It's a beautiful song, and really, it's all about the Slash guitar solo, dude. He goes off in that, like he always does. Slash for life.
Dude, Rising Wolf, by the way, I see you talking Moonlight Mile. I almost picked Moonlight Mile today. I almost did, but I did not.
Oh, Moonlight Mile, dude. Yes, it has some finality to it. Great. Well, that's one of the most beautiful songs ever written, too. You guys are on it today, man. You guys are all over this. John Joseph, Axel has that rich fat going on, dude. Totally. It ain't easy to be rich and thin. You go to the grocery store and say, I'll have it all. I'll have everything. Great call, bro. He does have that rich fat happening. All right, I'm going to go.
Hold on, Anthony Merkovich. He did say 2016, he's asking. Yes, 2016. Yes, exactly, Anthony. That was the show. Hope you were there too. Paulie, I got a few more, dude. I gotta get these out there.
Let's go.
Ray, Noemi's better half, Ray, Turn Me Loose by Loverboy. Okay.
Best one of the day. Best one of the day so far. Right. Why don't you turn me loose? Fuck a bound. Yeah, totally. Bow. Yeah, coming in with that.
Do it my way.
Oh, dude.
Come on.
No way at all, dude. I gotta do it my.
Making love to whoever I please.
Bro,
come on, dude.
You gotta stop. You're killing me right now. I'm making love to whoever. Dude, think about that line, guys.
You have it your way.
Making love to whoever I please, dude. Oh my god. Oh, you got me on a Friday, bro. You got me. You got me. By the way,
that's compliments of Ray. Here, Patty from Napa. The End of the Innocents. Don Henley. Also,
let's go.
From Boz Skaggs. It's over. Okay. Mark Graves. Bob Seger's famous final scene, the track famous final scene. Noemi, dude, Noemi, Oingo Boingo's Goodbye, Goodbye, which is in the final scene of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which is a great call. She posted it on Twitter too, Noemi. That was rad.
I tell you what, right now, I stand with Boingo, Tony. I stand with Boingo. Go ahead.
You know, there's also a big Boingo head. Tolbert is a big Boingo head, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's got good taste.
By the way, Tolbert's going live with Ray Ratto in the backyard, like in about 15, 20 minutes or so. Just FYI. Jerome checking in from Miami. Yeah. Isaac Hayes' cover of Never Can Say Goodbye by the Jackson 5.
Damn, I don't know it, but I'll want to hear that. That sounds good. Yeah.
That's from Jerome in Miami. Doug in Japan says it has to be the Beatles, The End. It has
great
to be.
One. Yeah, no, great one, Doug. I saw several on the comments line too. Several people threw out This Is the End by the Doors. Good one too.
And also Lily Merchant, Roy Orbison's It's Over. So that's from Lily Merchant. Okay.
All right, you guys.
And one more from Sanchi. Good old Sanchi wearing the McCovey shirt. Farewell to Kings by Rush. Goodbye to You, Patti Smythe.
Damn.
Peter Tosh and Mick Jagger's combo on Walk and Don't Look Back.
You gotta walk and don't look back. Great. That's way to finish strong, Tony. That's a trio of killer tracks, dude. You're pairing Tosh and Jagger with Rush, Farewell to Kings. You and I should be hanging out. That's all I got to say. Well, you and I should be hanging out. All right. Here's my contributions. I'm double dipping today. I don't want to hear any nonsense. I'm playing two. That's just the way it's going down. No one's ready for either one, but here they come. Okay, first song, Paul Stanley's solo album from 1978. You got that, T? Okay, going from 1978. Last track on the album is called Goodbye. And it's a really good track. It's just one of those kick-ass 70s Kiss rock songs. I mean, this is a Paul Stanley solo record, but it's essentially like a Kiss album. It's got all these kick-ass 70s Paul Stanley songs. So I'm going with Goodbye from the Paul Stanley solo album. Probably nobody knows that track, but it is a good song. Check it out on the playlist. Track number 2, as we're double dipping, Osborne. Dude, I'm going Osborne, and I'm going Goodbye to Romance because it's...
please, God, help me.
Yeah, dude. Hey, listen, Goodbye to Romance. We've all been there. We can all relate to that at one time or another. So I'm going Osborne. I'm going Stanley, double dipping, Goodbye, and Goodbye to Romance. Tony, wrap things up.
You know what, Paulie? Because
rules are there ain't no rules.
Okay, I'm gonna double dip as well today too, because I am hooked on the band Goose's new album. It's called Everything Must Go. I do not have the vinyl copy yet. I ordered it at Vinyl Solution. It's supposed to come in, but they have a track on there. Check out Goose's new album, Everything Must Go. But the track on there, Give It Time.
Okay.
Give It Time. It's a really beautiful song, and just give it time, everybody. Give it time. Let it rest. Let it rest. Give it time by Goose. Okay. And then I think you're not gonna be surprised here, Paulie, but my guys out of Seattle, right?
Nice.
Pearl Jam versus. Look at the back. Here's the back of the cover, and then we'll open up we'll do the fold as well. Because look at the photo on this dude. Look at that.
I should be hanging out in that room. That looks good. Okay, and what's the track?
I saw things clearer once you were in my rear view mirror.
I'll tell you one thing right now. Let me tell you what. When you're making like a set list, all you do, Tony, is you go RVM. That's all. RVM, Holmes. RVM. Rear view mirror, great track. And you know what? Let me tell you something about rear view mirror. I know you already know this. I love that song because, first of all, I love the sentiments in the song. He's just saying like you got to move on. You got to put it behind you in the rear view mirror. But then comes the big jam. Dude, there's always a big ass jam in rear view mirror, and that's what I'm talking about. Because I got a couple of versions on bootlegs, Pearl Jam. Well, they'll go into that for like 7-8 minutes of just crazy guitar jamming in the middle of rear view mirror. So great track.
How about this, Paulie? Eddie Vedder screaming, "I caught up speed from you fucking with me." Right?
Yeah.
I saw things clearer once you were in my rear view mirror. That song is probably my favorite Pearl Jam tune. And that's my track for this week, along with Give It Time by Goose. And yes, I saw somebody on the comment line saying, are you going to go see Goose at the Masonic? Yes, I'm going to see Goose at the Masonic. I'll see you there. I think it's, Matt Stenson. Yeah, what's up, Matt? Let's connect. Goose at the Masonic next week. Go, Paulie.
Hey, you want to thank everybody for a really, really great week, man. This thing is really starting to pick up some momentum now. It's starting to feel like things are really starting to come together. We got more news for you next week, so tune in there. I'm off to my Metallica meeting. Tony, thanks for everything this week. And Leah Phillips, Anthony, Dom, Joe Schmo, Stevie B, Leah Phillips, Anthony, Pine Needle, all of y'all. You guys know who you are. Noemi and Ray, everybody. Escobar the Third, Aaron Cass, John Joseph. On and on it goes. Matt Stenson, Tony, what else can I tell you on a Friday? It's time to go.
Leah, have a great time in Tahoe. Everybody, thank you for joining the PMP VIP. If you have not joined yet, please do. It's right next to the subscribe bell on the corner of the screen. Check it out. We're going to give you extra content. We're going to start doing that. Paulie and I are going to start brainstorming on that. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, please slam that like button. Also, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Also, check out the audio versions on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and TuneIn. And Paulie, with that said,
help me. Thank you, Big T. And everybody have a great weekend. Go Giants. Go Knicks. Go Trey Anastasio. And go Creative Tony. Hope your son plays well at Little League tonight. Everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy your Friday. Rags, be good. Hold it down for me back in New Jersey. I'll see you soon, and have a great weekend. We'll be back Monday, 11 a.m. Polymac Particles. We love you. Peace, y'all.
Peace. Thanks, everybody. Take care.